morning, Brady Bunch. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Well, almost. My sweet friend Ashley asked if I could make this dessert for her, and I was more than happy to oblige. I love getting requests from people to make things for them, so here I am. I am making, I'm so sorry if this is wrong, Conchas, which is a Mexican sweetbread, and they kind of look like little seashells, so that's exciting. And yeah, so we're gonna do this today. I've never had them before. I've never made them before, so it's gonna be an adventure, all right? I'm also wearing my Hakuna Matata. I know that it's not Spanish, but who needs worries, right? So without further ado, let's get started. I have my mixer here with my paddle attachment, and I have half a cup of warm water, 3 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I'm gonna let that bloom for a couple minutes. Okay, so to my water and yeast mixture, we're going to add half a cup of lukewarm milk, 1/3 cup granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of softened butter, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 egg, and we need 2 cups of flour. You're gonna wanna keep your flour handy because we're gonna need just a little bit more in a few moments. Mix this on medium-low until it's just combined. So that's just barely come together. We need 1 more cup of flour, and we're putting on our bread hook attachment now. So we're gonna let this knead until it comes together, and then when it's all together, we're gonna turn it up to medium speed and let it go for about 5 minutes. So there's our dough. I'm pretty sure it's ready because it's nice and elasticy, but it's also easy to handle, and it's just the slightest bit sticky. So we're going to move this into a greased bowl. So there's our dough. We're gonna gather it up and toss it so that it's got a coating all over it. Voila. I'm gonna cover this with plastic wrap and let it rise for 1.5 hours or until it's doubled in size. Okay, so now it's time to make our sugar paste. Never made sugar paste before, but it's a good skill to have. So, the sugar paste is gonna go over top of our little rolls, our little sweet dough rolls. And this is where the they get their name Conchas, because the sugar paste is actually what you use to create the shell patterns. So it's gonna be fun, and it doesn't seem super complicated to make. Yeah, so let's do this thing. I have a 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening. You can also use margarine, you just don't want to use butter. 1/3 cup of sugar, granular sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to cream this until it's nice and fluffy. So that's good to go. We're going to add 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to mix this until the dough forms. So I guess that's our sugar paste. I don't really know if that's right, but anywho's. So I'm gonna divide this into 4, and I have 4 separate bowls here. Have my bowls here. I also have 4 different colors of gel food coloring. So we're just gonna put a little bit in each of them. I've got 4 different spoons. We don't wanna mix colors. I'm gonna use the back of the spoon to get the color into the sugar paste and mix. So here they are. I've got pink and blue, purple and green. I'm gonna cover these with plastic wrap and then save them until we're ready to roll out our dough. Check out our dough. It's doubled in size. It's nice and squishy. So I've floured my countertop here. I'm just going to let the dough slowly work its way out. Voila. Dust the top with more flour. I'm just gonna kind of mold this to how I need it, not K-N-E-A-D, N-E-E-D, because we're not going to knock any air out of this. We're just trying to, just going to cut it. So we want to handle it as little as possible. So we're going to cut this into 16 squares. So 4 by 4, right? 4 times 4, 16. Hope I did my math right. So some of these are a little bit bigger than others, and if I need to, I'm just going to borrow and make them all even. So you're going to take your dough, and you're just going to kind of tuck your ends under and roll it. This is a very, very soft dough. You're just going to roll it, pinch your bottom so it doesn't come springing apart. But we're not gonna roll it between our fingers. So we're just going to do that and putting this on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. So here's my sugar paste. I went ahead and rolled it out super thin, and then I don't have a cookie cutter, so I just used a wine glass and cut it out, and it worked. They're about the right size. If the roll isn't completely covered, it's not a big deal. But here are 12. That's all I could fit on here because they're gonna rise for another 40 minutes. So they're gonna grow a little bit, and I didn't want to cram too many on there. So to get the shell shape, I'll just use one of these. You gotta be really, really delicate with this, as it will crumble and crack, which isn't a super big deal because they're supposed to look like shells. That's the whole point. Rugged, whatever. But you still want it to kind of look nice. But so yeah, so just be careful. So to get this sort of shell shape, we're gonna use this, and we're just gonna kind of press down, but not go through it. See how it kind of looks like a shell? And as the rolls bake, as it expands, it'll... Okay, so we're just gonna use our offset spatula here. Carefully. Carefully. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Okay, just going to put that over top of our roll. I'll show you here in a second what it looks like once I get it all on there. So here's the first 12. They don't look the greatest, but I'm sure they'll taste amazing. And you know what? This is what I love about baking. You know, it doesn't matter if it looks good as long as it tastes good. I mean, I know you eat with your eyes first, but all you have to say is, oh, it's rustic. And you can get away with a little bit less than perfect presentation. So these are gonna finish rising for another 20 minutes or so. And then they're gonna go in a 375-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. And then we're gonna try them. Here they are. These were by far the 3 best ones. I mean, they all look wonderful and they smell amazing. It smells like vanilla, it smells like bread, it smells like sugary sweetness. So I can see the appeal of these, Ashley. These definitely seem like a wonderful, wonderful little like sweet snack. But yeah, so these are the ones that looked the most shell-like, I guess. So, perfect. I'm going to try the purple one. Nice and hollow, so we know it's done, right? Shut the front door. Oh my God, okay. So here's the dough on the inside. It's actually, I'm so proud of myself. This is probably one of the better bread doughs that I've made. It's proved well. It's got a nice like irregular structure, and it bounces back. It doesn't stay, it's still a little warm, so it's, but, The sugar paste, it's really, really sweet. There's dogs outside barking. I apologize. Here's a better cross section there, but the sugar paste is sweet. It kind of adds like a nice crunchiness to it, and the roll itself is nice and soft, supple, springy, spongy, bouncy, tasty, tasty. Yeah. I'm really impressed with this. Thank you so much, Ashley, for suggesting that I make these. It was fun, super good, actually pretty easy to make, not that many ingredients overall, and you have a wonderful, cute, little, fun Cinco de Mayo dessert. What's not to love? Let me whip up a batch of margs and this will be great. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are still staying safe and keeping inside and social distancing and practicing all of the good habits that we're supposed to be doing right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel. I've got some really cool stuff coming up that I'm super excited to share with you all. And yeah, so until next time, guys.